We are here at the LA Asian Pacific Film Festival 2023 at the Regal LA Live. I am joined here by Jason Karman, who is the director of Golden Delicious. Jason, thank you so much for being here. How does it feel to be here today?
Oh, I'm very excited to be here. It's the first time in about 4 years, actually 5 years since I was here, and I'm here with my first feature, so I'm excited to see how LA audiences will interpret it.
Having premiered at multiple film festivals before this, what has the response been like to Golden Delicious?
The response to Golden Delicious has been overwhelmingly positive. A lot of the audience members, especially ones from the Asian Canadian or Asian American communities, have come up to me and say how much they can relate to the film, how some of the themes resonate very strongly with them. It's their sisters, it's their neighbors, it's somebody that they connect with, and it's great to see themselves up on screen. It's very empowering.
Amazing. What is your hope for the Asian American, Asian Canadian, and NHBI community and the impacts that, we're riding a bit of a golden wave right now? What kind of impact do you hope your film has in this community?
Well, what I hope Golden Delicious will contribute to the current golden wave of stories being made is that hopefully Asian parents can see what their children, what younger audiences are going through with the social media aspect, because it is affecting a lot of young minds when they have a hard time finding out who they are, committing to who they are because of all the imagery that's being presented to them. And there's anxiety, there's this pressure to be perfect, and there's not latitude for making mistakes, for forgiveness, which I think is really important today, that we allow that to happen. We give permission for people to grow. I mean, growth is through trial and error, in my opinion.
So how would you describe Golden Delicious to someone who hasn't seen it yet?
Well, Golden Delicious is a coming-of-age drama about a Chinese-Canadian teen who's trying to manage his father's expectations, his girlfriend's dreams, and then his newly awakened feelings for the boy next door. This is all set today in the age of social media, and you can imagine the challenges that a young person faces when they're trying to find who they are and who to love.
How do you think that the film speaks to the complexity and the intersectionality of being Asian while also identifying and being part of the LGBTQIA plus community?
So being Asian often involves a sense of saving face, where we often project this notion that we have it all together in order to survive, and often we do that at the expense of being happy or doing things that we love, right, in order to meet the demands of the family or tradition, right? And in my opinion, that can lead to that can suppress one's potential. How can you reach your full potential when you're regularly suppressing an aspect of yourself? So in my opinion, like trying to embrace these two halves, incorporate them, I might be like sooner the better, makes you a stronger person, right? So that's those are two kind of aspects that are often kept separate, and so I'm trying to put them together. There's a common thread between being LGBTQ and being Asian. That is the sense of shame that both communities have, because Asian immigrants were often we're here, we're the minority, we're often seen as the other, trying to survive in a place where we are not the majority, right? So, and then being LGBTQ, there's that aspect of also suppressing that side of you that wants to love the real person, and that creates that shame as well. So that's where these two things, the sense of shame resonates commonly between the two communities, and what I want to do is kind of dispense with that. So in my film, I use comparisons and contrast between relationships to comment on how we could be stronger, on what's hidden. You know, when you compare two things together, and why is one person being extremely confident, the other being not, right? There's something that's hidden that we have to talk about.
So you've done so many shorts.
Yes.
And this is your first full-length feature. What was that jump like for you, and what inspired you to do that now?
Oh, I've done 17 shorts, and let me tell you that that was sort of like a long runway towards this takeoff, right? You only have one shot, one chance to do a feature, and sadly, a lot of people do judge you on this one feature. And what I wanted to do was tell a great story. So I think I achieved that. We've won a number of awards. Best Picture, this is an audience favorite in a couple of films. So, it's clear that this story resonates with a lot of people. The performances transcend many boundaries. And as a director, I didn't want to squander this opportunity. So all my 17 shorts, I come from a documentary background, and that has helped shape, inform how I communicate and empathize with people and collaborators. Because this is a collaborative endeavor.
You can't do it alone.
Yeah.